lesson. Yes, it is recording. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, you do know very well that it is very much important that at all the times you learn something new. But before I get on today's business, can someone just indicate if it's clear there, if you can clearly hear me when I speak? Honorable members.
Very clear, sir.
100%. So remember, honorable members, today we are going to be focusing on this chapter called Analytical Geometry. But tomorrow you're going to be doing something else with say TK. But most importantly, I have got a surprise for you, a very nice surprise. Just remind me before we start with the second question. So this is what I'm going to do, honorable members. Quickly read through the given statement, and then straight away we answer the question. So just in case if it's blurry, just in case if you do not understand, do not allow me to continue without you understanding what we are doing there. So let's see. In the diagram below, they're talking about that diagram. P, where is P? There's P. So they're saying P, it's a point having 1 and 0. Q, where is Q? There's Q. Q having 6 and 3. And R, there's R. They're saying these are the vertices of a triangle. Yes, these are the corners of a triangle. Such that PQ is equals to QR. Wait. PQ is equals to QR. Okay, just remember that, honorable members. Maybe let's write it there and say PQ is equals to QR. It might come handy that info. So let's see. PQ is perpendicular to QR. Hey, another information. PQ is perpendicular to QR. But this one, I think it makes sense, honorable members, because for lines to be perpendicular, we are supposed to be having that 90-degree sign there. So let's see. Now they are saying T is a point on PQ. Where's PQ? There's PQ, and then there's T on that line of PQ, such that T is the middle point or is the midpoint of PQ. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen. When they say a point is the middle point, maybe with a pencil, you can just do that, just so that you remember that. Actually, from there to there, it's equals to from there to there. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, on that one. I don't know what happened to my R, Chumi the Chumis. I used to say, not R, but T. I used to say things are important, but recently the T has run away, and I keep on saying important. So just make sure that at all the times, ladies and gentlemen, you pay full attention to all the details. So let's see. S. Wait. Where is S? Oh, wait, there is S. Now I can see. There is S. Okay, what's happening? S is the point of intersection of RQ. Where is RQ? Oh, there is RQ. Yes, it's the point of intersection of RQ and the x-axis. That I agree, honorable members. V is wait, where is V now? I don't see V. Oh, there is V. I actually missed it. So can you see, ladies and gentlemen, as you read the statement, at the same time try to look at that and check where is that letter. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So let's see. V is a point on the x-axis such that, this is what they're saying, such that QSV. So they're saying in triangle QSV, there is Q, there is S, there is V. So it's more like they're saying in that triangle, there is Q, there's S, there's V. This angle, it is 121 degrees. And also, they're saying in Q angle PS, that angle P is equals to theta. So they're just saying in triangle QPS, P as being that one there. This angle is called angle theta. So that given statement, it is diagrammatically represented over there. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, that at all the times you pay full attention. Call them callers. I'm suspecting you are the one who stole that T, honorable member. I've been looking for that T that I mentioned when I say important, and now it is gone. But let's see, honorable members, I'm now at that stage where I'm about to answer the questions. I'm not sure if there's someone who's got a question before we start with the first question, which is allocated 2 marks. Is everything clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Members of Parliament, is everything okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. Let's not waste any much of our time. For those questions which are not difficult, we will very quickly work on those. Remember, I need to tell you the surprise that I'm having for you guys. And most importantly, make sure to remain muted. Don't unmute your mic. Let it be muted and only unmute if there's a question. Zanele Kumalo. Click on that button which says mute honorable member. So let's see. The first question says determine. So under this 2.1, we are determining. So they are saying determine the number one length of PQ. Leave your answer in SAT form. Most importantly, leave your answer in SAT form means in a form of a square root. Don't write it as a decimal. But PQ, where is P? Where there is P, there is Q. Remember, analytical geometry is a game of two things. I'm sure you guys attended yesterday's introduction, and I hope you enjoyed it. So everything that we discussed in that, I'm going to apply it here. So let's see. The length of PQ. Remember, length and distance, one is the same thing. So it's either you say length of a P and Q. We know the formula. It is this one which says x2 minus x1 close squared plus y2 minus y1 close squared. And then all that you need to do, you need to substitute. So let's see. What will be our x2? You can say this 6 is our x2 that you minus with x1, being 1 you close you squared, plus y2, you can say it is that 3, you minus it with 0, you close you squared. You punch all of that, you get your answer. What are you guys getting that side? Let me quickly punch that.
34.
Square root of 6 minus 1 close squared plus into 3 minus 0 close squared. Square root of 32.
Square root of 61, sir.
Hey, kwenze njani madoda? Why am I getting a different answer? I'm getting square root of 34.
I'm also getting
I'm
also getting square root of 34.
Yes, I think that is the answer, honorable members. But possibly you made a mistake with your calculations, and this is a common mistake. You forget to square those brackets. So that's how very quickly you score yourself 2 marks for that question. So maybe let's not lose that information and say actually from there to there we just calculated it to be square root of 34. So now let's move on to the next question. So can you guys see, you do know what to do, but you punch it incorrectly. Therefore, you're going to get wrong marks. Be careful when you... So let's see. 2.1.2 says the gradient of PQ. Is it the same line? PQ. Yes. Say. So we know that the formula says obviously it's change in Y over change in X, which is then going to be a y. You can say y of q that you need to minus with y of p divided by y, x of q that you need to minus it with x of p. Yes, y of q minus y of p, all of that divided by that. So can you see Analytical geometry is a game of two things. So those two things are the points. Obviously, why there you've got 3 that you minus it with 0 divided by what else are you having? You've got 6 there that you minus it with 1. So obviously that is 3. That is, no, not 4, but 5. Yes, it has to be 5. Yes, it has to be 5. If you remember, guys, I did say in that lesson, when a line, when you extend it, this is the line, and it ends in the first quadrant and the third quadrant, it will always have a positive gradient. So that means if you got a negative value there, just know you've done something wrong somewhere. Anyone with a question on that one? But I think it was a straightforward answer. Anyone with a question on that one? Or did it make sense to honorable members? I think it did. So now they are saying the coordinates of T. The coordinates of T being that point. What do we know about that T? We know it is the middle point of these 2 points. So this is where now you might not need to separate the formula. It's not necessary to write it as x at T is equals to, maybe say x1 plus x2 over 2, and separately say y at T is equals to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. You don't need to do it this way. You only do it this way if you have the middle point and you're looking for the other point in the end. But if you are looking for the middle point, that's when you can say middle point at T, and then you do it this way, where you have that formula written there, that formula written there. I hope you guys get a sense of when do you use it in that format, when do you use it in that format. Because in this format, you already know the middle point. You're going to substitute it there and there. You substitute 1 point, 1 point, and then you cross multiply, you transpose. That's how you get the other value there. Or it could be that point. But if you are looking for the middle point, you do it this way. So we know this is the formula. Let's substitute. You can just choose any point. Maybe let's say that one there to be 6, that you need to plus it with this one being 1, you divide by 2. What else are you having there? Is 3 that you plus it with 0 divided by 2. So let's see. That means the middle point at T, it's actually, what is this? I think this is 7. It ends up being 7 over 2. And then what is this one? It ends up being 3 over 2. So that means this is the middle point or the coordinates of point T. I'm not sure if it makes sense to everyone, honorable members, because I'm moving too fast, knowingly that these questions are not complicated. But are we clear, honorable members? I'm sure it's boring to some of you guys because we have done this multiple times, and this is just a revision to some of you. Does it make sense to everyone?
Yes, sir. For me, it's okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 100%. So remember, guys, as I do these questions, I'm just praying that somewhere I make some mistakes so that we can learn from those. Very, very much important that you allow yourself to make mistakes, honorable members, because that's when you learn, and you make sure not to make those in exam. So let's see. Here under 2.2, they say calculate. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, that at all the times you follow the numbering system used in the question paper. Let's see. Can you see? Under 2.2, they say calculate the first one. They're saying the area of triangle QTR. This is what I used to do because they're talking about that triangle. Let me draw it very quickly. So it is from that Q and then now going to R and then now joining. So this is QTR that they are talking about. Yes. Most importantly, this is a right-angled triangle. In that case, it means because it's a right-angled triangle, this is the formula that you use. Half, one side, let's maybe call it length, and then the other side, let's maybe call it breadth. This is the formula that you use because it is a right-angled triangle. If it was not a right-angled triangle, but it is just a triangle, that's when you're going to say sine of an angle, where you use the side, or the side, and an angle in between. But in this case, because an angle is 90, it doesn't matter even if you use this formula having sine, because when you say sine 90 degrees, all of this, it ends up being 1. So 1 multiplying by that, it doesn't change anything. Just always remember that. So let's see. Now, here comes a question. Do we know what that side is? Do we know what is the value of that side? Most importantly, this question is allocated 3 marks, which means possibly for correct substitution and final answer, which means you've got everything. If it was allocated 4 and above, then that would mean you were going to do an extra work. You tell me, do we know what is QR? Do we know what is QT? Yebonomaka. What are those? Libandla lakaNkulunkulu lisasekhona lapho or kunzima?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I say we have the coordinate of T. And then from
Okay.
there, we will calculate the length between T and Q. The distance.
We have the wait, you're saying we have the coordinates of which point? T, yes.
T, 3.5 is 3.5 and 1.5.
Yes, and then from there, maybe let me write those coordinates so that we don't lose them. So we said T, what are the coordinates? Was it 7/2 and what else?
Yeah, 7/2 and 3/2.
Yes, okay.
I said then from there we have to calculate the length or the distance between T and Q.
Between T and Q, okay. After calculating that, then what do we do?
And then we find the height between Q and R.
And
from -2 down here is -2.
The Jackies, I will confirm to you that you are 100% correct, honorable member. It's just that you're going to take a long try. The reason why it's allocated 3 marks, I'm not sure if you remember the Jackies. We did calculate the length of PQ. What was that total length? It was square root of 34. But now, can you see the area that they are talking about is from there to there? And if you remember, we said from there to there is equals to from there to there. So that means actually from there to there, it's half of total. So it's more like I'm saying we have that half from the formula. Therefore, we can say, if you remember the Jackies, they said from there to there, it's equals to from there to there. I'm not sure if you remember there. So maybe if we take this as the length, that would mean actually the length is square root of 34. And then that one, it's actually half of that. It's more like I'm saying it's actually half of square root of 34. Yes. I'm suspecting that I lost you guys on that one. But I'm suspecting not all of you guys are lost. Anyone who got lost on that one?
Sorry, sir. And for the height, I think my network is not good. The height, how did you find the height?
You remember the Jackies? They said PQ is equals to QR. Do you still remember this one?
Yes.
Yes, so we calculated the length or distance of PQ and we found it to be square root of 34. So that means also this one, it is square root of 34. Do you agree with that one?
Okay.
Yes. So
Yes, sir.
from there to there, it's half of that total distance. That's where that half is coming from. I'm not sure if it makes sense to everyone, honorable members, because what we now do is just to punch all of that and then we get our answer. Any
It does
question or
make
does
sense.
it make sense? 100%.
It makes sense.
100%. So let's see. It's more like you're having
It makes sense.
0.5 of a square root of 34 that you do you close? Yes, you close. Open another 0.5 of square root of a 34. You close. So 72 over 2. I'm telling you, if you write it as 72 over 2, you won't get full marks. The reason to that is because you're calculating an area of which you need to say a unit squared, or you can say a square units, just so that we know what you were calculating is the area. So now, let's see. What is the next question, honorable members? I'm not sure if there's someone who can quickly read that next question. Just need to quickly get my red pen there. What is the next question, honorable members? There you will square mark. There you will square mark.
The angle.
Can someone say something?
The size of the angle.
Oh, the size
Theta,
of angle
confusing.
theta. The size of angle theta. What an interesting question. Anyone would like to suggest how can we possibly work out this one, honorable members? This is the angle that they are looking for.
Sir, can I try?
Yes, give it a try, honorable member.
I know that to find the angle, we know that tan angle equal or grad m gradient.
Tan angle is equals to m. Yebo.
So the gradient is 3/5.
So
I just
you're
do
saying
it. I don't know if
we
it's
have
correct.
tan off. Did we calculate the gradient of that line? If we did, what was it?
3/5.
Oh, 3/5. Okay. So that means you're going to find the second function of that. Okay. I think you are onto something, honorable member.
Yes.
Then what answer are you getting as that angle there?
30.1, 30.9.
30.9.
30, 96, 30.96. So we can write 31, or I don't know.
So in this
6.
case, and then what is the third? What is the third? So it's fine. Let's make okay, it's fine.
It was
let's leave it. Let's leave it at that. It's fine. But wait, do you guys agree with that calculation? Does it make sense to everyone?
Minera, I have another one that I'm thinking it will be easier than this route.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. You can also suggest, honorable members, how can we possibly work it out differently?
I think on the angle S there, we have 121 degrees on the other side. So we say 180 minus 121, and then we are going to get some 59. So S
so
is equal to 50.
It's more like you're saying S is equals to 180 degrees minus that 121
121.
degrees, which is equals to
Yes.
59 degrees. So,
Yes.
okay. So that means that angle is 59 degrees, okay?
Of course. And then we add that 59 to 90.
We add it to that 90, okay?
Yes. The one that there's a angle Q.
90 degree.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get to 149 if we do that.
149, okay?
And then we know that a triangle adds up to 180 degrees. So we will now then say 180 minus 149. Then we come up with 31 degrees.
180 minus 49, that, and then it ends up being 31. Yes, 149, then we ends up being that. Yes. I'm telling you, honorable member, it does deserve full mark, all of this, and also this, it does deserve full marks, because you did apply the mathematical knowledge, but most importantly, it's not 3 marks that you're going to get. Can someone tell why not a full 3 marks, especially for this first one?
There's no reasons.
Yes, no reason. So just make sure that whatever calculation that you do, you provide the reason. So can you see this one, honorable members? I've just written it, but the format of you writing that, it has to make sense. Let me quickly rewrite all of that in a format that has to be in order. So it's more like you are saying the sum exterior angles of a triangle. Yes, exterior angles of a triangle. Is it the one that makes this one to be 180 plus? I think so. So maybe let me try to formulate this thing to say the sum of interior angles of a triangle are equals to 180. Yes, which means that theta, when you plus it with that angle S in that triangle, and when you plus it again with that angle Q in that, they have to add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, you are forced to find that angle there, because already this is what you're looking for. Angle S is what you don't know, but you do know very well that Q is equals to that. So that means you need to find S. That is where honorable members were saying what is it? Exterior angles of a triangle, 180 something. So that's where you need to remember that whatever that you do, you can still provide reasons to the. So like here you're saying the sum of interior angles of a triangle equals 180 degrees. And then this one, when you say 180 degrees minus that angle, it's equals to angle S in that triangle of PQ, PSQ. Then you end up having that angle S being equals to 59 degrees. Then you take it back to that formula where you say 59 degrees plus that, angle P actually. I'll need to remove that. To say theta plus angle S is 59 degrees plus 90 degrees is equals to 180 degrees. Then you take those to the other side, your theta ends up being that 31 degrees. So that's what I meant when I was saying formalize whatever calculation that you are providing. I'm pretty much sure that Alex was going to formalize it this way, but because I was writing based on what he was saying, which was the most important part for him to explain the approach to that question. But when you formalize it in writing, write it this way and provide those reasons where necessary. The Jackie them Jackies, I'm telling
Sir.
you, you're going to get 2 marks, last mark, as a result of not having reason. Yes,
Sir, I have a shorter way of getting theater.
Yes, honorable member. Let's also explore that option. Zomthola kanjani u-theatre?
Okay, angle Q plus theta is equals to 121, reason being exterior angles of a triangle.
Wait, what did you say there? I want to write it down. What did you say?
Theta plus angle Q is equals to 121.
In angle Q, in which triangle? Angle Q
Angle
in which
Q
triangle?
PS.
PS. Make sure Q is in the middle name. Okay?
Yes.
It's equals to
121.
121. Kanjani manje?
Exterior angles of a triangle, sir.
Exterior angles of a triangle. Yes.
Yes.
I think you are onto something. Verse.
Then theta plus 90 equals to 121, making theta 31 degrees.
Are you sure if I say this minus that, it gives me 31? I don't trust you, offense. Outing he punch up. 121 minus 90. Order, honorable members. I withdraw. Offense, you were onto something, you are onto something. But wait, does it make sense, Tolbandla Kankulunkulu? I'm not sure if you guys understand those three possible ways to work out this thing. You know, the reason why offense I like this master classes is because we learn from each other. Now, the Jackies has made a very positive contribution there together with Alex, based on the fact that they know this is actually an angle of inclination, and also Alex knows the interior angles of that, and you also used your understanding of Euclidean geometry. Honorable members, well done on that one. I'm pretty much sure that our fellow learners, even those who knew how to work it out, but gave others an opportunity to participate, you did learn something out of that. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, on that one. I hope you guys get what I'm saying on that one. So let's see very quickly. Let's move on to the next question. I'm pretty much sure that it made sense to everyone. Guys, did it make sense to everyone? All of that.
It does,
I
sir.
think it did. Minentle. Yes, Lee. I'm not sure if Lee is saying yes, it made sense. Minentle, I'm not sure, honorable member, if you are happy with what we are doing there.
It makes sense, sir.
So it does make sense.
Ering flu mongwane. Luthando lwami, are you okay that side, honorable member? Are you sure we are not losing you there? Samusetla. No, this one is I see Casey is on the Casey. Are you sure we are not losing you there, honorable member? I was told that you are getting flying colors. I'm pretty much sure that you are not lost on that one.
No, sir, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thanks, sir.
Mahlatsi Sipuru, I see Mpero Lavdonia. I just remembered Lavdonia changed the name from Lutando. Was it her? Lutando to Lavdonia. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you get it? If you don't get it, I'm not sure if Hamisa is here.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. So let's see. The coordinates of S. Wait. Oh, there is S. But what we know about S? Remember to mute your mic, honorable members. Someone has got their mics unmuted. Offense, remember to mute your mic, honorable member. So let's see. S. Okay, what do we know about S? Very quickly. What do we know? Is S the midpoint of that and that?
Yes,
and
S is the
Okay.
calculated 3
midpoint
miles.
of
Are you sure? Did they say in the
No,
statement
they say
No,
S
sir.
is the
yes, they
point
did
of
say.
intersection. No, they say the
the
point of
point of intersection?
intersection of R and
Okay.
Q.
So
And
the moment examiner says that, then at the same time you need to do this to say at that point S, what is 0? I think it is Y, which is 0. You do this based on what they said. If they did not say it's the midpoint, do not assume it's the midpoint. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, on that one. Very, very much important. Um, Most importantly, guys, most importantly, we do know very well that this is the angle of inclination. In that case, that means if we say tan of 1 to 1 degrees, we are definitely going to get the gradient of that line from my understanding. But uh, there might be other ways in which we can find the coordinates of S, obviously by determining an equation of that straight line using those 2 points. And then from there, we just solve for X. I'm not sure if it makes sense, honorable members. That maybe let me check. Let me quickly check what happens when I say tan 1 to 1. I'm getting a negative value. Yes. Does it have a fraction? No, it doesn't have a fraction. Okay, then it's fine. So in this case where you punch that and it gives you those decimals, rather not go that route, because you won't get, or you won't accurately get the coordinates of that. But possibly you can maybe use this to somehow find the gradient of that line. But also, if we calculated the gradient of that line, they say this line is perpendicular to that. What we know is that for perpendicular lines, when you multiply them together, they need to give you -1. The check is, what did we find as the gradient of that? I think we calculated the gradient of PQ. What was the gradient, honorable members?
3.3 over 5.
Okay, if it was 3 over 5, so that means we can calculate the gradient of this line by saying the gradient of that line. Obviously, you multiply by that, it becomes -5, then you divide by that 3. So that means the gradient of this line is actually -5 over 3. So now that you've got the gradient, that means we know that the format is y is equals to, obviously, -5 over 3x, that you need to plus it by c. You can maybe use 1 point to calculate c. Maybe you can say at that point of q, because it has positive values, avoid using negative values. So that means you're having 3, which is equals to -5 over 3 into 6 plus c. Maybe take the whole of this to the other side, where you say 3 plus that 5 over 3 and 6 is going to give you the c value. Punch all of that, you get the c value. So that means you will be having y, which is equals to -5 over 3 as your gradient, and that as, maybe let me quickly do that. You might find that this is a long try, honorable members. As I'm doing this, think of other possible shortcuts. Let's see, c is equals to 13. So now that we have that, and we know that there is 0, this is where you can substitute and solve for x. Maybe let's see. If we say 0 is equals to -5 over 3 x, that you plus it with 13, you're going to take 13 to the other side. So it's more like you're having -13, which is equals to -5 over 3x. Then x, it's going to be equals to 13 divided by the whole of that. Obviously, that cancels that. So what is 13 times that? I think that is 39, that you're going to divide it by 5. Yes, you might find that your x is actually equals to 39 divided by 5. Yes, yes. I was very fast on that one. Deliberately so, because I am not that much interested in showing you these calculations. You are in grade 12. In grade 12, honorable members, you are not being tested on whether you know how to perform the calculation, simplify, or whatever. That is being done in grade 10 and 11, where they check if you are able to follow mathematical procedure. In this case, we are only testing you if you are able to apply that basic understanding that you attended on yesterday's lesson. But did you guys understand what was happening there? Or did I lose you, honorable members, on that one? Did I lose you, bandla la kaNkulunkulu?
No, sir.
Ngwana Malete? Oh,
Sir?
much. Yes.
Sir, yeah, I understood, sir.
Why tshwara?
Yes, sir.
Lee, what's happening there? Are you watching Skim Sam? Mzozozo is here. Mzozozo.
No, sir. No,
Kuhamba
I'm
njani
fine.
lapha? Uthulile, angazi ukuthi yini inkinga Mzozozo. Uthulile, angazi ukuthi ungikwatele noma kwenze njani. Wona Leslie sho. Leslie, kwenze njani? Sithemba inkosi. Sithemba inkosi Mthombeni. I think that made sense to everyone, honorable members. Just in case if there's someone who's got a different approach, would you like to share, honorable members? Anyone with a different approach to that question?
Hello, sir.
Yebo.
Here's another approach.
Yes, you are recognized, honorable member.
Since we know that m is equals to tan 121, and we can calculate m using coordinates, like the y coordinate of s is 0 because s is an x-intercept.
Wena busukhrekhenyana ne?
No, I'm just observant.
Unyagamo. But wait. O polo re wena go tshepa ha re tswele pele ke nyaka bona re o fella kae o re etsa ga lang flofa offense.
Okay, 3 minus 0 over 6 minus x.
Oh, because you know the formula for the gradient, so it's more like you're saying y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is equals to tan of that. That's what you're saying, Mos. Then from there, obviously, assuming that this is unknown or we do not know what that is, we just know it's x. So that means you're going to say y2, maybe y2 being what? Being 0, ne? Let's say 0 that you minus with that negative 2. Obviously, it's going to make it positive 2 over that being x2, that you need to minus it with that 9, which is equals to tan of 121. I'm your spokesperson here, honorable member. So let's see. Now, what you do is obviously to cross multiply. So it's more like you're saying we have x minus 9 tan of 121 degrees. Obviously that cross so it's more like we're having 2. So it's more like now we're having x minus 9. You divide both sides by tan so that you remove it to remain with that. So it's 2 divided by tan 121, and then x, it's more like it's equals to 2 over tan 121. Take that to the other side, you plus it by that. So let's see what will that be. Let's see what will that be, but it has to be correct because the application of your understanding there, honorable member, it's in line with what let's see, 7 point that someone is already 7 something kanjani manje. Let's see. So that means when we write the answer that we got as a decimal, let's compare it with this one. What was that answer that
7.8.
we got there?
It's 7.8.
But what about this one? What was this one?
Yeah, it was 7.8 also.
No, as a fraction.
Oh, as a fraction. It
Yes.
was, I think it was 18 over a fraction. It was a 13 over a fraction because we wanted to calculate.
89 over 5.
Yeah.
39 over 5.
39 over 5.
39 over 5. Let's see. Yes. So, honorable members, this approach is 100% correct. And at some point, you might need to use it. Offense, let me take this opportunity to explain to honorable members in which instances you might need to use this approach. Very, very much important, ladies and the reason to that is because it's not at all the times where you're going to have 2 points. Let's say this is the x-axis, that is that, and then maybe you've got that point, and they say this is A, let's say it is 4 and -2, and they give you that angle there. Let's say they say that angle it's 150 degrees, just as an example, and they say there is point B. They want you to calculate point B. Can you guys see, in this case, you don't have that second point. So that's when you use that formula to say y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is equals to tan of an angle. Knowingly that you're going to substitute that there, then you know something there is 0. Then you just need that x, maybe let's say x1. So the reason why I'm saying it was worth it for honorable member to mention that, I think I need to promote you, Offense. Don't you want to be the minister, honorable member? I'm just thinking of what minister. I think all the positions for what is it? Is it ministerial positions? They are all maybe minister of potholes. Offense. It sounds like young honorable member.
No, thank you.
How about you, minister of the pothole? Promote. Okay, let's see. 2.3 says determine with reasons. Very, very much important, ladies, and with reasons. For you to score full marks with reasons. The gradient of the line T. The gradient of the line T. Wait. Determine with reasons. The gradient of the line P. The gradient of the line through T and the midpoint of PR. Firstly, where is PR? There is P, there is R. But now they're talking about something in the middle of that PR and passing through that T. But what do they want? They want the gradient. Oh, yes. They want the gradient of that line passing through them. So that means this and that are equal. Yeah. Now I got it correct. Anyone would like to give it a try, honorable members? Anyone would like to give it a try? Honorable members. Charlotte. Di reng ka mo Northwest monna o homoje Charlotte.
Hello, sir.
Or mohlomong wa ja ka mo. Oh, there is Jackie.
Yeah.
Yes, honorable member. Go for it.
I don't. Yeah, I'm trying. I think we have to find the midpoint between P and R first.
Yes, that can be found.
The
That can be
midpoint.
found.
Yes, easily.
But
And then,
yeah. Continue.
And after that, we have the coordinates of the midpoint and the coordinate of T. We have, and then we can find the gradient of this line.
So you're saying we find the midpoint of that, and then we have the coordinates of that.
P on top. Yes. And then we have this coordinate and the one on top there. Where there is T, we have the coordinate also. 7, it's 7. And then from those coordinates will help us find the gradient.
That gradient there. Okay. And then now the reason. Is Jackie still on the line? Or maybe anyone who would like to also give it a try? Okay, it's fine. I realize
Sir?
I'm running low on battery. Yes, maybe let me say this very quickly, Casey. I'm just not able to see on what percentage I am. So just in case if it completely switch off, just know it's my battery, but I'll just join in using the other device. And again, lastly, that surprise that I was talking about, I think exactly at 20 o'clock, there's going to be a very quick classwork that you need to work it out. It's based on this same chapter. Let's see. It's just a question that you need to quickly work it out. And then exactly at that time, there's going to be very quick revision on that same classwork that you'll be writing. And then if based on this revision you still don't understand, then submit whatever that you've written so that I will have a look at it and see where you're struggling. Otherwise, if you feel confident after watching, you won't need to submit. So that's what I meant when I was saying I want you guys to get involved. So it's more like on upcoming lessons, we do maths 2 times. So it's going to be maths 2 times on some days after a lesson similar to this one. You're going to have a classwork on that same chapter that we're going to be doing, where you write, and then after you've written, it's a quick revision on that same classwork. Only if you are not confident, submit. The reason you submit is so that I can check what you have done, and then from there, based on that, I'm going to be able to help you. I'm just trying to avoid a situation where everyone understands what we have done there, but when you have to do it yourself, you struggle. I now want to understand why you're struggling. Be honest, don't copy, don't cheat. Make sure that you get 0 out of that, but write something. Through your writing, I'm going to be able to know how to assist you. So it's difficult when you say assist, but you haven't written anything, because I will just give you the memo, but you will still not understand, or I wouldn't have helped you. Casey, them are Casey's. Go for it, honorable member. I think very quickly, let me get my external power, but I'll just be listening together with a Ministry of Potholes. Go for it, honorable member.
I think I'm guessing we can use the median, the concept of the median. Then we say that the line is equal to each other. I don't know if that will work.
KC, my battery died, but I'm back. You were saying something, honorable member. What were you saying, Casey, the Casey's?
I was guessing that.
Just wondering. Okay.
Okay, I think we can use the median. Then we say that line passing through is a median, and couldn't that be our reason? I don't know.
Okay. I'm just not sure if you guys. So it's more like in addition to what Jackie has said. It is correct. You will need to calculate the middle point of that point to know what it is. And once you have done that, the reason that you apply is that one of the midpoint theorem. This is where I'm now challenging you guys to go and find out about the midpoint theorem. So that is the reason for that. I'm not sure, Casey, if you are hearing this theorem for the first time, the midpoint theorem.
We should rather use the midpoint theorem in this case.
Yeah, so as a reason that was requested, it is the midpoint theorem in this case.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Where with that theorem, you know that in this case, because T is in the middle of PQ, and again, what you calculated is in the middle of a PR. If you can think of this, it's more like this point that Jackie has calculated its middle point. It's actually the middle point of a diagonal, because how am I going to say this? Maybe it's a line which is midpoint to midpoint. Yes, the midpoint of PQ, you connect it with the midpoint of a diagonal line being PR. I'm just not able to write because my battery is dead, but just refer to that question paper. What I'm saying is, this thing, that triangle, it's a right angled triangle, which means it's actually half of a square. Because if you remember, they said that side is equals to that side. So that means this thing was a square, and they've cut it into half, where it forms a triangle. And most importantly, now you are connecting a T, where T is the middle point, you're connecting it to another middle point of a diagonal. So that means this point that Jackie calculated together with that point T, it's actually parallel to QR. I think let me conclude by saying I am challenging you on that point that I made to say go and study the midpoint theorem. So I think I will leave it there and say I'm just not sure if your classwork has been sent. Yes, it has been sent. Work it out very quickly, and then from there at 8:30 there's going to be that revision that you need to quickly attend. It's a 20 minutes revision, so it's more like you do the classwork. If you're getting confused as you work it out, 8:30 make sure to attend, and then only if you are still struggling even afterwards, send whatever that you did as your homework. You know the link to submit. Otherwise, I'll send you the link where you can submit. By submitting to the new learners, you just take a photo and then you send on the link. and then you send the photo. I want to study what you guys are writing. So the code for today, just comment if you are ready for a revision. Comment if you are ready, and again comment with whatever that you have started at school, the chapter that you have started with at school. I hope you guys got all of that. The code for today is what your parents use to check if you have been attending. So, cases, if you don't comment and your parent checks in this group, they don't see you commenting, it's more like you never attended anything. All the new honorable members be aware of that. So, the code just indicate if you are ready for revision, and that means you are going to participate in this classwork. And again, comment with whatever chapter that you guys have started with at school, so that we also have an idea and plan our lessons accordingly. There is your homework. I cannot know your classwork. I can see. And I think I did mention to say going forward, there's no time to be wasting, honorable members. You will no longer be doing just 1 hour lesson. It is going to be 1 hour lesson accompanied by classwork, accompanied by revision until you guys write your exams. Same for physical sciences. Okay, last point. The lesson that we did on electricity, it was recorded, but I noticed it was very, very poor. The quality was very, very poor. I did not file it, which means we still have to redo it. But what I'm going to do is to record a lesson that we're going to watch on YouTube on Wednesday. But that same question paper, we're still going to redo it. Or we can somehow do it and next time do a different question. But I'm going to prepare special notes where I present to you an introduction on that chapter. Once we are done, we move on to something else. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to run away and say, my name is Desmond. After them, Jaftars. I am out. I will be attending the live lesson at 20:30. Hey, guys, if you didn't subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe. And then just to show that you did attend the live lesson, you can either click on that like button, or otherwise you can just comment on the live lesson. There's somewhere you will see a live chat. If you click there and comment something, or you've got questions, you can also post there. I'll be watching. I'm going to respond. So guys, thanks very much for joining. As I've indicated, my name is Desmond. Let's see. Busisi is still there. Sam is still there. Wandile is there. Sepuru. Lavdonia is there. Mpero. Jackie Cooper. Jackie. Monoset. Desmond. Bye.